Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The Chinese nation has a long history and splendid culture, respects the principles of good neighborliness and harmony in relations with all other countries, and advocates cooperation and mutual help. The Chinese culture admires those who repay kindness with kindness, and the favor of drop water in need shall be returned with a spring of water indeed. The Chinese people always remember the support and help that China has received from other countries, and hope that their friends will also lead a good life while theirs is improving. And China has a sense of responsibility as a major country and considers it a duty to actively engage in development cooperation as a responsible member of the international community. It is precisely because of these cultural genes and national character that from its founding, the People's Republic of China started offering assistance within its capacity to some developing countries, even though it was itself short of funds. After launching reform and opening up, especially since the 18th National Congress of the Communist Party of China, and the guidance of the vision of a global community of shared future, and the Belt and Road Initiative proposed by President Xi Jinping, China has been upgrading its foreign assistance to a model of international development cooperation, taking on new initiatives and achieving greater results in this new era. First, China has steadily increased the scale and further expanded the scope of its foreign aid. From 2013 to 2018, China allocated a total of 270.2 billion renminbi yuan for foreign assistance in three categories, of which 47.3% of the total are grants, which mainly went to help other developing countries build small and medium-sized social welfare projects, and to fund projects for cooperation and human resources development, technical cooperation, material assistance, and emergency humanitarian assistance, as well as projects under the South-South Cooperation Assistance Fund. 4.18% of the total were interest-free loans, which were mainly allocated to help developing countries construct public facilities and launch projects for improving local people's lives. 48.52% of the total were concessional loans, which were provided to help developing countries undertake industrial projects and large and medium-sized infrastructure projects that yield economic and social benefits, and for the supply of technical services, complete sets of equipment, mechanical and electrical products, and other goods and materials. Second, the assistance methods are more diversified. From 2013 to 2018, China undertook the construction of 423 complete projects with a focus on infrastructure and agriculture, provided 124 countries and regions with 890 deliveries of goods and materials, completed 414 technical cooperation projects in 95 countries and regions, held more than 7,000 training sessions and seminars for foreign officials and technical personnel and in-service education programs, extended emergency humanitarian assistance to 60 countries cancelled 4.18 billion renminbi yuan of debts involving 98 mature interest-free loans to least developed countries and heavily indebted poor countries. And since the outbreak of the pandemic, China has announced several measures for supporting international cooperation against COVID-19, including providing an assistance fund of $2 billion over 2 years and working with other G20 members to implement the debt service suspension initiative for the poorest countries. And China has provided more than 2 billion doses of vaccines to more than 120 countries and international organizations, making China the country that provides the most vaccines. In the next 3 years, China will provide another $3 billion to support the post-pandemic recovery of developing countries. Third, stay true to China's own philosophy and principles. The Chinese say, no matter how far you go, you can't forget where you came from. It has been more than 70 years since China started foreign aid in the 1950s. China's foreign aid and international development cooperation has always adhered to its own philosophy and principles, which are respecting each other as equals, non-interference in the internal affairs of other countries, and no political conditions attached. Focusing on development, improving people's lives, and providing them with tangible gains. Providing the means for independent development of recipient countries by sharing unreservedly experience and technologies with them, and training local talent and technicians. Doing the best we can to do, and being always true in word and resolute in deed, honoring our commitments and ensuring all projects achieve good results. Ladies and gentlemen, our world is going through a pandemic and global changes, both of a scale unseen in a century. Confronted by acute global challenges, China, as always, considers its own growth in the context of the common development of all humanity. It closely relates its future to the fortunes of other countries and binds the interests of the Chinese people to the common interests of all peoples. China will stay true to its original principles regarding international development cooperation. As a builder of world peace, a contributor to global prosperity, and a defender of international order, it will continue to cooperate on international development and contribute even more to improving the common well-being of humanity and building a global community of shared future. Thank you all.